Is everyone comfortable or too hot or too cold or just managing? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Good morning and welcome to Buddha House again. Our Tuesday morning class. Basically developing our mind, seeing how busy it is, how easily distractible we are, like me. Suddenly everything's gone nuts because I can't find my bag, and it was there, and it was just like my mind is always catastrophizing, making things other than what they are. I think we all do this in some way or another. So thinking about why we're here this morning, why have we made it this morning? Why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we bothering to do this? Important. We're noticing that we do things differently, a little bit differently now. We are learning to pause. We are learning to just step back a little. Not getting so sucked into things. Maybe we're starting to notice the difference that a practice of meditation has. It's often other people that notice this. They notice that, oh, you're a bit different lately. What's going on? Yeah, you seem a bit different now. Often the friends notice it before we do. We think, oh no, I'm still the same, still the same. Still catastrophe, one after the other. But our friends are noticing that perhaps we're a little bit calmer, a little bit more settled, a little bit more peaceful, a little bit less involved in things we can't do anything about. We're learning to step back a little. Friends are good for that. Friends are good for noticing when we change, when we often don't. And our family as well, especially our very critical children, they're the ones that notice. Oh, Mum. Oh, Mum. So having gratitude that we've made it again, that we're here, that we can do this. We can be here together in this lovely, quiet, peaceful place, away from the rest of our life. All the busyness, the drama, just to be able to come here and practice together. How wonderful that is. What a relief. Nothing else to do but to practice our meditation together. That's it. So rare that we find time just to disengage a bit. Just disengage from everything that's going on around us. Things we can't change, things we worry about. And that's when we include others in our reason for being here. Always including others. Ones that aren't able to make this time, that aren't able to be here. Ones that probably have no interest in doing this, no interest at all. They think, oh, okay, meditation, oh yeah, I've read about that. So many people now, there are so many different versions of what meditation is. There's so many different, oh my goodness, so many different, I guess, versions of a sort of a, I don't want to be unkind, but so many cheapened, marketed versions of meditation. Do this and you'll achieve all your dreams. Do this and you will be richer. Do this and you will have people falling over you because you're so attractive. You know, all of these stuff about meditation, which has got nothing to do with meditation at all. The side effects, the benefits that we get from meditation are just side effects. We're not aiming to be nicer. We're not aiming to be a kinder, more compassionate person. We're not aiming to get what we want. No, not at all. At all. Meditation is not about achieving some result, some getting better, in inverted commas. Not about that at all. The side effects that come, we're not interested in those really. They're going to come anyway. It's no big deal. No big deal. We do become kinder and nicer and more agreeable to be around, but that's not the purpose of meditation or even the point. It's just a side effect. Whereas a lot of the new style marketing of meditation seems to be about all the side effects. This will get this will happen now, this will da. No. It's just one very, very, I don't know, superficial version of meditation. We just practice in a very traditional, old-fashioned, boring way. Very boring. And so powerful for that reason. We don't have expectations. We're not waiting for something to happen. We're noticing how hard this is. We're noticing how difficult it is to stay focused on anything at all, even the breath, which is part of us. So hard to do one thing at a time. This is why we meditate, developing our attention, our awareness, and to just sit and watch the thoughts go past, seeing that they are just thoughts. That's not who we are. We're so much more than just our thoughts. They're just thoughts. They come and they go. Come and they go. Nothing permanent. All the past, all the future, they're not here now. We're just here right now, this very moment, practicing together. They're our friends and family, people we love, our animals that we love, strangers that we never think about until we need them for something, creatures that we eat, strangers involved in war, having terrible, terrible times. Not like us. No, not like us. Maybe putting ourselves in that place for a moment. How would we be? How would we be going back to where we used to live? And there's nothing there but rubble. Nothing. Nothing. Miles and miles and miles of rubble. Nothing. How do you begin again? We be in that situation. Everything gone. Everything. Family members, our home, gone. We wouldn't know how to even begin. We're strangers living in poverty, with starvation, no water, no toilets. They're the strangers that we include. The farmers that grow our food, the people that fix things. Strangers. People that fix our bodies in hospital. Those incredible people working for others, volunteers, because they can. So many amazing volunteers keeping things going. People that give up their time to help others. Not always nice, not always rewarded with a smile, not always comfortable going to situations that you're terrified of. Those people, the ambulance drivers that pick up bits of people at the side of the road, those people, they're the ones that take care of animals. Then we include people we just cannot stand, the people that we want to leave out, people we think, no, it's gone too far now. I can't possibly even see you as human anymore. You've become something else. Those people, those political leaders, consciously harming others. Themselves, not physically themselves, not going and punching someone in the nose, but sending in the drones, sending in the army, sending in the hardware. They have nothing to do with that. Sitting in their comfortable offices having morning tea? No. Cowardly people. Using others. Brainwashing them so that they think they're doing the right thing. Those people, they're the ones we must include as well. We don't push them away, we don't leave them out. We include them in our reason for being here. We decide to use this time, as usual, to the best of our ability, not waste it, not write shopping lists, think about the cycling, the racing going on, poor people in the hot sun, poor cyclists who are having a great time, but imagine how we'd be riding bikes up hills and things like that in this weather for some competition. Just seems a bit mad to me, but that's okay. It's just what I think. Competition is a very strange thing. People do very strange things because of competition, to be better at something. We're not aiming to be better at meditation. We are just doing it because we can, without the expectation. Just to be able to sit and practice meditation, to be here doing this now. So amazing. That's it. So listening to the bell. One of my teachers once said that meditation is really, it's becoming accustomed to doing it. Accustomed to it. Not getting better, not comparing to someone else or how you did it once before, but becoming accustomed to meditation. That's such a good explanation of meditation. Just doing it. and becoming accustomed to it. So, first of all, posture. And just roll your shoulders back a couple of times and let them drop. Opening our rib cage when we do that, because we can breathe properly all the way down. Let's maybe take a couple of deeper breaths. Feeling your ribs expanding as you breathe in, and relaxing as you let that breath go. Little pause. Next breath starts. Goes all the way down to the bottom of the lungs, past the tip of the nose. Comes up again, the same way it went in. Past the tip of the nose and out again in front. We stay focused at the tip of the nose. That's it. Just staying focused here. Letting the thoughts go past. Noticing the thoughts. We're not pushing them away. We're not trying to change them. We're just noticing thoughts. And consciously choose the breath instead. Maybe even touch your nose. Sometimes it's very difficult to do this. Other times it's just really natural. So be aware of that too. It's not always going to be the same. It shouldn't be the same. You're going to be different. In a different mood or a different stuff's been going on in your life. So just remembering that. Touch the tip of your nose, tip of your nose, and choose the breath. Start again. One breath at a time. Boring, boring, boring. Letting the thoughts go past. Noticing some are really interesting. Some thoughts you think, oh, I should really just start. I'll just think a little. Before you know it, you're miles away. So acknowledging that too. Nothing wrong with noticing. This is what we're aiming to do. We're noticing how busy our mind is, and we're choosing to do one thing at a time, which is the breath. That's it. So we'll do this for a while, and we stand up and have a stretch. Sit again. So maybe I'll ring the bell again. In your body. Noticing the difference when I stop talking, how good that is when I stop talking. Quiet, at last. At last she stopped. Sometimes she goes on and on and on. I wish she'd just shut up so we can do it. Now, all of these thoughts, really notice that. Don't push it away and think, oh, that's not very charitable of me. Notice that when you're critical. Notice that when you feel like, oh, for God's sake, I'm not here to listen to her. Just notice those things. It's so good. All this judgment going on all the time in our mind. Always judge, 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 judge. We don't even notice it most of the time. So now is a good time to notice our resistance, that critical part of us that just wants to go meh at everything. So great. Great. And choose the breath. Start again. Just start again. And make a weedy smile. Lighten up. Relax the muscles of your face. Tiny, weeny smile. Just noticing the thoughts. Some are good thoughts, some are probably negative thoughts, some are trivial thoughts, some are terribly important thoughts. Some are planning thoughts for the future. Some are memory thoughts from the past. Very, very seldom are we actually here right now. So noticing that. Choose the breath, start again. It's no big deal, not doing anything wrong. This is our mind, and we're training our mind. Sometimes it's very rebellious, of course. Used to being in charge, used to running the show. Our thoughts, they think, that's who we are. We think we are our thoughts. So much more than that. So we're going beneath all of that daily mundane stuff to who we really are. Amazing human beings with incredible potential. So much more than just our thinking, our memories, our plans. Source of peace that's within. Our inner wisdom, our Buddha nature. We all have it. Just learning about that part of ourselves. Always been there. Just discovering again, little by little, really are. How amazing we are. Benefits, what advantages, what privileges we all have living here in this world the way we are right now. So much of the world is suffering. And yet here we are, in peace in Adelaide, sitting here. No bombs, nothing. Freedom. We have freedom. We can choose. Like so many people in the world. Being aware of that as well, how privileged we are. We take it for granted that we'll always turn on the tap and there'll be water. Garbage man will always take away our stuff we don't want. Those sort of things we take for granted living here in this culture, in this society. So different to so many people in the world. But let's take advantage of those privileges and use them for the benefit of others, not just for ourselves. Not just for ourselves. Sharing what we have. Because we can. developing compassion for others because we can, kindness for others. And we start with ourselves. Compassion and kindness for ourselves, first of all. Breathing all the way down. Keeping your back straight so you can breathe properly. Taking your time with each breath. Not floating off somewhere. Not wandering off to some desert island or mountaintop or cave or something like that. Just to be here in our body, in Adelaide. Better time than right now. Just sitting. Because we can. Now we have a little stretch, bit of water. And stand up if you wish. or not. Back to where we were. Just practicing. Always a beginner. Always. Starting again with each breath. Breath. Just start again. Maybe touch your nose. Start again. Judging. Not forcing yourself, not trying too hard. Just smile at yourself and start again. Because you can. It's the wonderful thing about meditation. You can. Every breath you start again. So amazing. Get better at doing this, becoming accustomed to doing this, becoming natural to do this, choosing the breath instead of the thoughts, the discursive thoughts. Always wanting to interrupt, get involved. Pain. Me, my thoughts, that thing. Attention to me. That stuff goes on with all of us. Accustomed to letting those thoughts be and just choosing the breath. Do it over and over again. Keeping your back straight so you can breathe properly. In this hot weather, it's so easy. We just start falling over forwards. We start slumping. And then there's very little room for us to breathe. And that's when it becomes very difficult. And we just get so exhausted. So sitting with a straight back, plenty of oxygen for every cell in our body as we breathe in. Breath is so important. Most of the time we're unaware of it, we ignore it, we just, unless we have asthma or hay fever or something, we're not aware of our breath at all. It just happens naturally. So now we're focusing on the breath. Sometimes it's a little bit strange to do that. Noticing the breath. Breath that we share with every other living creature on the planet. Breathe. Fish, of course, but on the surface of the planet. Just training our mind, one breath at a time. Because we can. We have the ability. Not about having an empty mind, emptying your mind. Not about that at all. It's noticing how busy your mind is and choosing something else, the breath. Developing awareness. Bang. We all have very busy minds, every one of us. Just training. That's it. So how can we remember this? We take it with us. We put it into practice in the rest of our life, away from here, where it's quiet, peaceful. Nothing else going on in here, no other distractions really, not really. Not like the lawnmower next door, the phone ringing, all of that stuff. Relatively peace and quiet in here. How do we remember to stay grounded and stable in our body? Finding the source of peace that's within, not out there somewhere else, when everything's fine and everyone's happy, when the world is happier, when the wars have stopped, when people have stopped being cruel to each other. No, right now, just as the world is now. How do we learn to put this into practice? Being stable and grounded, being more useful to others, not so caught up in our own distress, in our own catastrophes, being able to see others with compassion and kindness, not judgment. We start with ourselves. But how can we remember to do this? By trusting, having confidence in, developing our inner wisdom, our Buddha nature. To be more useful as a human being, because we can. And wishing that others might have the same benefits that we have, the freedom, the peace, the ability to make choices. We offer the benefit of our practice to others, not just for us, but for the whole suffering world. All beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be separated from the happiness that knows no suffering. And may all beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger, that hold some close and others distant. dedicate the merit created by myself and others to the great enlightenment. And may the precious Buddha nature not yet born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore. Big stretch. There we go. Sip of water. Thank you, everyone. No rush, no rushing out into the heat. Thank you, everybody. Same time next week. See you then. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh. Oh my God, what is it? I'm done. You must it's better than most people. Yeah. Oh, you darling. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. She knows what I like. And you too. She knows what you like. Oh, so lovely. Oh. Oh, boy. Thank you. Is that your first time here? Oh no, I haven't. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, what you done. Oh my goodness. Turn mic off. Off. And then press down till it goes click.